It says in Parshas Behar in Perek Chav Hei Pasuk Yud, "V'kidashtem es shnas hachamishim shana," that you should make kadosh the 50th year, the year of Yovel. "V'korosem dror ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha," and you should call out freedom in the land to all the inhabitants. So Shturnbuch and Tam V'das makes a beautiful diak in the pasuk. He says, "What do you mean the korosem dror ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha?" Rashi says the calling of freedom is that the avodim go free. But says Shturnbuch, not everybody has an eved. Those who have avodim, let their avodim free. So why does the pasuk say ukrosem juror ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha? The chol yoshveha is mashma, it's a freedom to every single person, all the inhabitants. Really, it's only a freedom to those who are avodim, or maybe those who are freeing the avodim. What's the pshat that it says the chol yoshveha? Explains the Sternbuch beautifully. When a person is standing by the year of Yovel, and all the lands that were sold in the last 50 years are going back to the original owner, the avodim that were taken are going out free, and a lot of things are switching places and being moved around, so a person sees that Hashem controls the world. Hashem is in charge. You thought this was your house? Give the house back. This is your eved, you lose your eved. Everything is moving around. You see Hashem is in control. There's no greater freedom for a person than to realize that Hashem controls the world. Most of the stress that we feel in our lives is because we feel that we're in control. We're in control, so we're scared what's going to happen, what are we going to do, how are we going to do. If we would take a step back and realize that Hashem controls everything, so then a person automatically has menuchas hanefesh. Says Sternbuch, what the pasuk means over here, it's not talking about the eved going free. It's a certain freedom. It's an ein l'chod ben chorin el misha osek b'Torah. Chazal tell us that anyone who is osek in Torah, that's a real ben chorin. He's free. He's free from worries. He's free from stress. A person who is osek in Torah and he connects to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and he recognizes everything is from Hashem, so that gives the person menuchas hanefesh. That makes him a ben chorin, and that's the pshat over you. Kroshem dror ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha. Because just seeing everything go back and realizing Hashem is in charge, that is the greatest freedom for a person. He could be relaxed. He could have menuchas hanefesh. He davens to Hashem, and now Hashem is in charge. He doesn't have to worry and be concerned what's going to be, what's not going to be. It's in Hashem's hands. The Dibn Maggid says an unbelievable mashal. The pasuk says, "Hashech al Hashem yahavcha v'hu yichal kaleka." Throw onto Hashem your load, and Hashem will support you. So Dibn Maggid gives an unbelievable mashal. He says there's a guy walking around with a sack that weighs 150 pounds, and he's walking, and he mamish can't move. A guy pulls up in a wagon, and he says, I'll give you a lift. He goes up onto the wagon, and they're driving along, and then the wagon driver looks back and he sees the guy's on the wagon, but he's still carrying the 150-pound load on his back. He turns around and he says, "You fool, I gave you a ride. Put the load down on the wagon will carry it." Says the Dibn Maggid, Hashem says, "Hashleich al Hashem yahavcha." Throw your load onto Hashem. Throw your troubles, your worries onto Hashem. Hashem will take care of you. So we go ahead and we dive into Hashem about all our concerns, and then we're just as worried as we were before. The whole purpose of our connecting to Hashem, of our davening, our tefillah, is that we put our issues onto HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and Hashem's going to take care of it. So obviously we're not malachim, and it can't be foolproof, it can't be 100%, but what we're supposed to try to understand, what we're supposed to do, is that when we dive into Hashem and we give over the nervousness that we have about a business deal coming up, an interview that's coming up, a speech that's coming up, we give it over to Hashem, we did our proper ishtadlus, we give it over to Hashem, then we're supposed to have menuchas hanefesh. Once you give it over to Hashem, you take off your load, you're more relaxed. When we realize Hashem is control, that is the karoshem dror ba'aretz l'chol yoshveha. That gives us the most freedom that is possible. We should all be zocha to recognize this, to connect to Hashem, realize He's in control, and to have the proper menuchas hanefesh. Shekayach.